Welcome to the video on the AI native micromonopoly, where we discuss architecting the zero-employee engine. Building a SaaS company today using old blueprints means you are constructing a graveyard. The linear trap of trading margin for scale suggests a 2019 formula: build a product, hire a sales team, customer support, and a dev team. The inevitable tax is that scaling revenue requires expanding human headcount, which means you trade margin for scale and speed for consensus. The macroeconomic shift shows that legacy SaaS is human-constrained with approximately 60% gross margins. AI-native micromonopolies are compute-constrained with 98% gross margins, optimized for autonomous execution, not consensus. We are moving from software as a service to agency as a service. Cognitive labor is commoditized to zero marginal cost. One human orchestrator can now output the equivalent of a 50-person enterprise. Node 1 is the strategist. Your new role is no longer a manager of people. You are an allocator of compute. Core functions include defining boundary conditions, setting strategic intent, and allocating capital. Intent is passed down to the execution layer. Node 2 consists of the router and the execution array. The router translates intent into workflows. The key insight is that the orchestrator doesn't just write code. It executes full-stack workflows through execution arrays like auto-prospecting and dynamic dev environments. This is the zero-friction loop, which starts when a user churns. Node C analyzes telemetry to find the failure point. Node B writes, tests, and pushes a software patch. Node A drafts and deploys a hyper-personalized outreach campaign. The benchmark for AI-native companies is $5 million to $10 million revenue per human orchestrator, achieving $10 million ARR per employee. Historically, hitting $10 million ARR required 30 to 40 humans. Survival is now dictated by unit economics that break traditional venture capital models. We're observing cognitive arbitrage, where the cost of human cognition is expensive and variable, while the cost of AI inference is predictable and scalable. When these lines cross, as shown in the graph, it marks the birth of the micromonopoly. The defensibility paradox highlights the danger of thin wrappers, where the barrier to entry is zero. True defensibility, or the moat, comes from vertical workflow context, embedding AI deep into niche workflows. Context accumulation is the only moat. Leverage the blank slate advantage. Incumbents are trapped by legacy infrastructure and technical debt. Your weapon is zero technical and cultural debt. The transition window is narrow, and speed is exclusively on the side of the unburdened. Fire your abstractions. Audit your roadmap and strip away any process that relies on human intervention. If a task requires a human to move data, you are losing efficiency. Route the compute and build the nodes. This is the zero-employee engine architecture, showing Node 1 connected to the router, which in turn connects to execution nodes A, B, and C, streamlining operations autonomously. Season 2 will cover the cognitive router. The theory ends here. Next time, we deploy. We will look at dismantling the exact prompting structures and agent frameworks required to make Node 2 fully autonomous. Stay ruthless.